Karate, Garry O'Neill, up against the star from South America, Costa. It's O'Neill left of screen with the red tag against the Costa right of screen. Your third man in centering the living legend of Kyokushin Karate, Shihan Bobby Lowe.
Well, Garry O'Neill, Michael, is probably Australia's successful, most ever successful full contact competitor. Very well known in Japan. He lived over there for a while and, of course, trained, competed, and probably achieved the most success of any Australian ever.
Well, O'Neill defied the odds to place an incredible fourth in the World Tournament in 1995, and for the past 2 years has placed second in the All Japan Tournament, a feat unheard of by a Western fighter, Mark.
Well, All Japan Tournament is, of course, the big one, and yes, of course, second, 96 and 97. Bear in mind, he's only 77 kilo, 24 years of age. He's had 12 years experience, and you know, he's still, I don't believe he's reached his potential. I still think this man has a way to go. He's got a lot of moves, as we've just seen there, and he can always thrill a crowd. Marcus Costa, on the other hand, World Championships Japan, finished third last year.
And Costa probably facing his toughest opponent ever in Garry O'Neill here tonight. Of course, the current South American champion, Costa, won that title in Bolivia. But can he do the do here tonight and defeat Garry O'Neill?
Well, this is what the capacity crowd at the arena here in Geelong have waited for. There you see O'Neill launching that spinning kick. This is what they've waited for, this main event.
Costa just winding up the axe kick. Didn't quite measure his distance.
O'Neill with very quick hands, working the uppercut to the ribs and the downward punch to the top of the chest.
High knee there from Costa. O'Neill fires back with a leg kick and a sweeping spinning kick low by Costa from Brazil. First technique we've seen like that tonight, Mark.
Well, what he could also have been trying to do there is land the heel on the thigh, because that, of course, will cork the thigh up very badly. The heel is a bit more pointed than the shin, so it really drives into the thigh. See Costa throwing a spinning heel kick of his own there.
Well, you've seen Jean-Claude Van Damme and co do it in the movies, and here you see Garry O'Neill and Marcos Costa trading spinning hook kicks for real.
There's no second takes, Michael. They do it all on the mat. The thing that's at risk is a knockout. So this is the real deal. These boys have a lot of strength in mind and body, and they're putting it all on show. As O'Neill goes working into the body with those driving downward punches into the chest of Costa. There you see him. 2, 3 downward punches and then one uppercut.
There's the end of the first round of action. And a good solid round by both men to kick off this fight. Earlier on this evening, we spoke to Garry O'Neill.
My 3 last big tournaments were the World Tournament and 2 All Japan tournaments, which I made the best 4 in.
And I believe you're the only non-Japanese in history to have made the All Japan Championship final twice.
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to the next World Championships?
Yeah, this is part of my lead up to the tournament. And if all goes well, hopefully I can make the selection team for the World Tournament.
A very humble athlete, Garry O'Neill.
Well, Garry O'Neill is a martial artist in the true sense of the word, in fighting spirit and, of course, in attitude. These guys are very strong, very tough competitors, but they also have a very humble attitude and are very friendly to their fellow competitors and fellow students.
There we see Marcos Costa receiving some instructions from fellow South American Ulysses Isobe, who we saw earlier on tonight against Dominic Hopkins. Garry O'Neill with Dominic Hopkins and Ralph Bird.
And Cameron Quinn there just giving him some last-minute instructions as they make their way back to the mat.
We're ready to get it on in the second round of action. Shihan Bobby Lowe, Hajime, and we're rolling. Oh, nice round kick to the ribs there off the left leg by Garry O'Neill. Costa whipped one up to the head. O'Neill just ducked under it. He was winding up the spinning hook kick on that occasion, Mark.
He decided against it. Sometimes, as I said, if your timing's not right or your distance isn't, fighter can change his mind, but often it can leave you open. So Marcus Costa has to be careful not to leave himself too open, because O'Neill will jump on him with a roundhouse kick if he does.
Nice body shot off the right hand there by Costa. O'Neill wound up the axe kick off the left leg. And a high knee almost coming up under the chin there from Marcus Costa. Spinning kick from O'Neill. Good kick to the outside left thigh by Garry O'Neill. Trains and instructs at the Young Lions dojo in Melbourne.
And what a great event this is, put on by karate and martial arts entrepreneur Ralph Bird and the International Kyokushin Karate organisation here tonight. I hope you're enjoying it as much as we are.
Our main event, Australia versus Brazil. Garry O'Neill thundering through with those reverse punches. He gets so much power behind those blows. There's a spinning hook kick, and there's the towel to end the second round. And Mark the Hammer, what did you think of that round there between Garry O'Neill and Marcus Costa?
Well, there's no doubt about it, Michael. This is a very tight one, with Marcus Costa putting up a brave front. Garry O'Neill, however, has been initiating a lot of the attacks, I feel, and Costa's been firing back more or less as a counter. Fighting more as a counter fighter, but O'Neill certainly a lot tighter on the body punching in the body punching department. He's working in those nice overhand left and right hands onto the top of the chest and ripping in those uppercuts into the solar plexus of Costa. So I'd have to say O'Neill slightly ahead at this stage.
This is world-class Kyokushin contact karate.
I don't know if you can quite see it, but on the right breast of Garry O'Neill, he has the Kyokushin logo tattooed. You can see it there just underneath his gi. And we are ready for the third and final round of action. Shihan Bobby Lowe gets us underway. It's Australia versus Brazil.
Well, that's Garry O'Neill's resolve to his martial art, such as his resolve that he got the Kyokushin Kenji tattooed onto his left chest muscle. So that's the result. That's how much this man loves his martial art.
O'Neill firing in the reverse punch off the left hand. Costa just dancing out of the way, trying to open up a bit of room to work his kicks. O'Neill just stalking him. Which fighter is going to initiate the attack? It was Costa with a spinning hook kick. The crowd really loved that one. We've seen them so many times here tonight. And a chopping leg kick there from Garry O'Neill. Costa just dancing out of the way of the round kick. O'Neill was winding up for a turning kick of his own, but thought twice about it.
Well, Costa looking for an opening here, but O'Neill not giving an inch.
There's the high right round kick by the South American. O'Neill goes downstairs with a kick to the outside right thigh. Oh, a slamming reverse punch to the midsection by Garry O'Neill.
As the fighters break off, watch for those big kicks off the break.
And there it is, the spinning kick from Garry O'Neill, and another one from the Aussie superstar.
Well, the heel just catching Costa on the rib there. So O'Neill dropping after the second spin kick. In for the body punching again. We go with working those inside and outside thigh kicks, and I tell you what, they'll certainly be bruised up tomorrow. Those shin bones crushing into the muscle. There's Costa's spinning back kick.
Amazing speed on that spinning hook kick there from Marcus Costa. Garry O'Neill powers in again.
In tight, O'Neill working his hands really well.
Those punches by O'Neill, incredible power. There's the end of the third and final round of action. Our main event of the one-match challenge, a world first, Mark the Hammer.
Well, it certainly is. This is a world first event, and it's going down to the judges. They've all been very tight here tonight, which says something about how these fighters have been matched up. Not too many KOs, but nevertheless, you've seen a good display, a great display, world-class display of full contact karate technique. There you see Costa throwing that spinning heel kick, and look at that great sportsmanship. Although it is martial arts, it's the fight game, but still these guys are showing true martial arts spirit and true camaraderie and a great amount of respect for each other before, during and after each fight.
And a decision with a score of 90-80, Garry O'Neill.
And there it is, a 10-point margin victory going away, the Australian superstar Garry O'Neill.
Well, Garry O'Neill sealing it for the Aussies. The Australians have dominated the internationals here tonight. And that's got to tell you something about the way we train down under. We have to be doing something right to be taking on people from countries far and wide and coming out with the hand up as the victors.
Garry O'Neill.